Welcome back, true believers, to Cosmic Comics Pressing.
Hey, my cosmic viewers. Here we are again. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody that has been commenting on my videos, liking, subscribing, and sharing. We are getting real close to that 100 subscribers. And this is the next upload that you have to comment, like, share, and subscribe. So with that being said, let's look at our next project. We got here in front of us, we got the Ghost Rider, issue 4. Let's see what year this is. This is from 1967. And as you guys can see right here, we got, again, some tape issue going on right there. Also along the spine. You guys can see that. You guys can see the tanning on it. It's pretty brownish. Let's see what else we got. All our staples are there. Got a tear over here on the back, just barely hanging on there. We might end up losing that during the wash. I'm almost certain of it. We'll have to mend that back on there. And we got a spine split, of course. So that's that. That's the front of the cover. Now let's look at the inside. Just your normal wear for the age of the book. You can see the tear here now. A lot better. I don't think I'm going to wash the pages. They look pretty good. That looks like it's cigarette ashes that I just brushed off. Not sure if it was recent or has been there for God knows how long. But let's keep on looking through the book. I own a copy of this myself. This belongs to a good friend of Tony. By the way, thank you, Tony, for letting me work on your book. If all fails, I'll give you my copy. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's hope we don't have to get to that point. Let's keep looking here. Don't see any major issues with the inside of the pages. A lot of Western activity going on. Another red hooded guy here. Kind of looks like the Joker. First appearance of the Joker, of course. The red hood. Looks nice. Looks real nice. Pages look real good. Yeah, pages are nice. So hopefully all we have to do is just some mending, an aqueous wash. There's the other piece that I was hoping would be there. It's still there. So we can just fold that over when we give it a wash, mend it. The tape part is just the main thing on this. And like I said, this right here is barely hanging on. So that might end up floating away. Hopefully on this one, I'll remember to put it in there, and when I give it its bath, wash that as well. But yeah, hopefully this book will lighten up a lot better. Not sure what's going on with the edge of the book, but I got a feeling a lot of that's going to just flake off just because it's a little brittle around the edges. Here's the back. Few little dog ears here and there. But yeah, overall, great looking book. All right, so first process of this is we're gonna give this book a nice little clean with our cleaning pads and our retractable eraser. That'll be our first step. I'm not gonna bore you guys with all that detailed stuff. So stay tuned for the next process. All right, everyone. So we are back. Good morning, by the way. We cleaned it as best as we could. Here's the front. Here's the back. And as I was cleaning the book, I noticed that the tape is right over the staple area. So that's probably going to be a little challenge as far as trying to detach the inner wraps from the cover. But we are going to give it our best in doing that without further damaging the book. Okay. So what are we doing? We are, can't even speak. It's too early, right? We are removing the staples with the staple remover, the capable staple tool, which is this right here. You guys see me do this before a few times. So we are going to pry this without trying to poke any more holes, or any holes, because it doesn't have any holes. Okay, so I got a little grip on it right now. So let's use this capable staple tool to help us just lift this up. You got it. We got it, guys. Remember, this stuff is very gentle. Do the same here. Remember to apply pressure on your capable staple tool. Okay. Now what I like to do is flip it around to where I can get a better grip. So now we'll use that little hole that it comes with, and I'll place it right there. Proceed. I like to get a good bite before I even attempt to pull it up, just to make sure that it doesn't slip on me. And it still slips sometimes. All right. Seemed to come up pretty easy. I don't know where we would be without this tool right here. I got other ways of lifting these things up. I just rather not. See, this one's going to be a little bit stubborn. So I'll grab my plastic spatula. Since the tool remover, it is metal. That's the only thing about it that you have to be careful. Okay, we are in. We are putting pressure on the back and lifting. Okay, we are there. All right, so remember, this is the one that's taped up. This one ain't. Okay. Remember, last project, the lantern project, we lost Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to tell you guys. So I had lost or misplaced the staple, and guess what I found? The staple. It wasn't even in his room. It was in the living room. I guess I just got distracted and took it with me, and it took a trip. But it will serve as a donor for another book in the near future, maybe. But we'll put that to the side, and we can still use our little tape, which put T for top, B for bottom. That's still usable. Nothing wrong with it. I like to use everything I can as much as I can, just because stuff is expensive. You guys know more of that better than I do, probably. But let's see if we can pop this one out of here. Okay. And feel free to fast forward this or skip the process of this. And remember to put your staples back the same way you got them out for reference. And like I said, they're bent and whatnot, but we'll come back and straighten them out with the capable staple tool. So this was the bottom. So let me make sure I got this lined out right. And there's one. All right. On a tricky one's gonna be this one, because it's taped down. I don't think it's gonna be that bad, because what we have to do basically is just lift all the inner wraps together and just kind of push at the same time. That's the gold. But I don't know if that's gonna work. Okay, so that is not going to work. Not without tearing the front cover off more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off almost every page by themselves, and then we'll get to the last one and we'll probably just soak everything at once with the Bestine, and I'm sure that will remove the page without damaging the cover any further. So stay tuned. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys what I was doing. So I'm working on the last 2 pages. You can see I'm carefully removing the last one here. I'm just putting them to the side. And here we are. We are down to the last, or to the first page, I think. Yeah. All right, so let's see what we're working with here. All right, we're gonna try something. Let me pause the video again. I'm sorry. I'm gonna grab my steamer and try to see if we can do that. Put a little bit of steam into it, a little moisture. Maybe that'll help it loosen up a little bit, and we can get that page off. All right, stay tuned. All right, so I got my steam gun going, Now we're gonna attempt to release this page. Hopefully it'll give. Oh, it's stuck on there. Well, that adhesive just does not let go. Get my little knife right here and cut this glue off. That way it won't stick back on there. Or at least in theory. Okay, so we got part of it unglued. Now let's see if we can get this side unglued. Get this out of the way. You're probably wondering, is that not burning you? It's a little warm. It's coming, people. It's coming. There it goes. It just released. Success. We got the page off. Don't worry about all that. We can fix all that later on. Staple's still on there. We'll get to that point here in a minute. But I think we managed to do what we wanted to do, was release that inner page, and we accomplished that. And there's the tape. Everything's still there for the most part. And there she is, all nice and taped up. And this thing was so brittle, or it is brittle, that this right here just basically just came apart. And that's just because it was either going to do that if somebody was happened to read the book, or just open it just to look at it. It would have probably done that regardless. But we'll fix that. We'll fix that. We'll make it look better. Our next process is to give this thing a bath, or actually, sorry, is to remove the tape with the Bestine. And let me prep some stuff up, and we'll be back. All right, everyone. So we got the staple out. I got it right here. Got both of them nice and secure. There was a little piece of the cover stuck on the staple from the tape, the adhesive, which I got to the side. Got it in this little box. These two little pieces right here. Well, that one goes on the cover in the back, and then that goes where the staple area is at. It's probably gonna be a little bit tricky to put on there, but we've done it before. I think we can do it again. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this session on this book. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these pages in the humidifier chamber, probably for maybe an hour, 2, and then I'm gonna press them flat, because I've noticed that everything works a lot better when everything's nice and flat. So we're gonna go ahead and do that with the inner wraps. And on the next upload, we will continue the process on the Ghostwriter as far as removing the tape from the cover. So once again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned, my cosmic viewers. Thank you.